Okay, what's up, everybody, and welcome to my AEW Dynamite review live from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada tonight. Which I gotta say, Canada's gonna be getting a lot of AEW in the coming months. Hey, they're already getting the Forbidden Door coming up in June between AEW and New Japan, so that show is gonna be happening again. Hopefully, it turns out better, and a lot of people don't get injured or hurt in the last second of that show. I enjoyed it last year when it was here in Chicago at the United Center, so I'm sure it'll be good in the next few months. And it looks like they're gonna be coming to Canada a lot in the next few months. So Canada's getting a lot of AEW right now. But let's start off with the birthday boy himself, MJF. MJF came out. This is his bar mitzvah. He had several women come out with him, which one of them he did end up making out with. Like I said, he's in the ring. He's got like balloons and stuff. MJF, he's got the suit and even said that, Brett, you guys found him entertaining. Let's all agree that Sean was better. But listen, he's got he's got his suit on and everything. He's got the Yamuk, I believe it's called. Basically said his religion is Judaism. It's the only religion that matters right now. Like I said, it's a bar mitzvah, folks. Okay, because he talked about bar mitzvah and how he lost his V card, and when you become 13, you become a man and whatnot. Okay, because he's got the yarmulke on his head, and next thing you know, the rebar mitzvah is here because he beat Brian Danielson and he became a man for the second time. He is an Iron Man now. And basically, there was a whole bunch of extras that came out with a chair. Jungle Boy came out then. He was going to say something. Then Sammy Guevara. Then Darby Allin. So basically, all of AEW, they wanted to bring out the four pillars out there, which I guess some of them are still going to be going, which one of them may be going for the title. I think it'll be Darby first, I feel like. But basically all of the guys talked out there. Jack Perry talked about, we've only had one match together, and that was during the pandemic and whatnot. And he's been on Max Never even have been on Rampage, Dark, Elevation. That Jungle Boy's been there most of the time, and we're tired of your hokey bullshit, which the crowd did start chanting at the end. It's gonna be a lot of inside jokes in this, folks. So a lot of inside jokes in this promo and shots here. Sammy start talking about how he had to work at Subway and Whataburger, basically grinding his way to get here. He was only going to be the fall guy and a jobber for the inner circle, but he became a champion over 3 times now, and he wants that world title next, and he says he's better than him, and he know it. MJF said, "Listen, man, why don't you go in the back and get in the brawls with everybody?" Which, come on, we know how that goes. Darby ended up saying he dropped out of film school. It's a blessing in disguise. And now that he is here and wrestling, I'm not the one that complains and goes to Twitter and talked about, oh, I'm not getting my spot here, I'm not getting my spot there, I'm not going to be the bidding war guy and whatnot. But I can go to complain to Twitter about it and stuff. But he still wants a title shot, which, by the way, it was kind of funny. They said, like, I want a title shot, all three of them out there, which I look at this. I know there are four pillars. I see Darby the most getting a title shot. Jungle Boy, I'll say this. This is probably one of the better promos he's probably cut in a while, because I kind of look at him at the lowest part of the pillar between him and Sammy. Jungle Boy, given the guy just never really wants to talk and can't talk to save his life half the time. I thought he was okay out here. Sammy, I don't know. Sammy, it's a lot of things to say about Sammy Guevara. Now, I know it's something about him not wanting to do house shows. I guess he doesn't want to take bumps, but I guess, they'll put easier pressure on his body given what he does on Dynamite, but I don't know if that's going to go out well if they let him have him do that or not. But, as Darby's cutting his promo talking about he wants a title shot, and basically, when MJF got pissed and pulled off his big hat and glasses, the guy is still pretty messed up with black eyes and, just messed up from the Iron Man match. And Max said, I may be pillars, but I'm the one that's holding this up. Called Darby a skateboard incel, Jungle Boy a jobber, and Sammy, I'm sure you'll propose to another woman in the next 7 months, okay? And then Sammy said, didn't your fiance leave you? And then Max says, I'm done with this stuff. Okay, I want my cake. I'm going to eat it. And, I'm done with you. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. And we all know where he got that last line from. So, I know what he was talking about. I know he said screw you, but anybody that knows what I'm talking about, you know who MJF was quoting right there. So that was pretty clever right there from him. But you can all take a guess. But, it ended up being a brawl then. MJF landed on the cake, and he got up out of there. So, there was a lot of stuff going on in this opening segment to bring out the pillars and whatnot to see who's even going to get a title match against MJF next. Like I said, I see Darby being the one to go against him right now. Maybe the last one. But maybe, it's not like, I don't think he's going to win right now. But they wanted to make sure, like, let's all get the 4 pillars over. And, one of the other MJF line he had said out there was, one needed Sting. One needed Christian. One needed Chris Jericho. I didn't need anybody. And then fans started chanting Wardlow. Then it was kind of funny. Next, the Blackpool Combat Club went against Hangman and the Dark Order, which I guess for one night only, we're bringing back Stu Grayson, which they did one other time, given this is Canada. Listen, and I'm sitting there like, didn't we do this match last week? Because they literally did this match last week, except it was 2 different Dark Order members. Listen, and I've said this. Why are we continuing this Hangman versus Moxley thing? And everybody wants to say, oh, the Blackpool Combat Club turned heel last week. Wow, I couldn't really tell because they beat up the Dark Order. Who gives a shit? Like, literally, it's the Dark Order. And still, the Mox Hangman thing should be over, okay? After the whole Texas Deathmatch thing, it should have been moved on from there. We should just move on and go to something else, all right? And even during this match, and it was a lot of stuff going on in this match. You got the Super Smash Brothers before they were the Dark Order with Grayson and Uno out there, and Grayson ended up being the one getting choked out by Moxley for Blackpool to win. But one thing that's in this match, like what Hangman gets knocked out by a ring bell, but he was in a crazy hardcore Texas death match with Moxley hitting with every weapon and hitting. This dude got curb stomped onto some bricks and still got up before 10, but he couldn't get up after getting hit by a ring bell. After you just did a Texas death match, you get hit by like 50 different weapons in there. Think about that for a second. Okay, and then like what, Blackpool won, and then they sent Silver and Reynolds out there, but it's at the same time. Who cares about this feud at this point? Like, literally. It's the Dark Order. Who gives a shit? It's the Uno guy. Who gives a shit? Like, why is this still going on? I couldn't even tell who was heel here. I didn't even think Blackpool was heel. Right after that, Jade Cargo went against Nicole Matthews. Basically won by Jaded. Jade was interviewed by Renee Young then. Basically talking about the competition she was looking for. Jade said, ain't you from Canada? And then took the microphone from it and says, like, is that all y'all got? Next thing you know, Taya Valkyrie came out, making her debut. They had a stare down then. Layla Gray tried to attack. Taya hit the road from Valhalla. I don't know why Mark Sterling's out there again, so there you go. Okay, Taya, which is kind of funny. Jade and Taya do have the same finisher. The road to Valhalla or Jaded. Or as my friend Steven would say, the road to Jaded. Good combine right there. Now, Taya, now she is officially signed. Okay, she is officially signed. Now, I'm actually surprised by this because given where Taya is currently right now, I didn't know she was in MLW, so she does have a title there. But I know she was in Impact, and currently she is the Knockouts Tag Team champions with Rosemary and Jessica and whatnot. So I don't know if she had dropped the belts already. I don't know what's going on with that right now. Maybe we have to find out on Impact to find out. But I was like, aren't you on Impact? I'm like, you already have a title, but apparently she signed. But again, Taya, it's a good pick. I like Taya. Wish she would have had a better run in NXT when she was down there. And given her recent return in Impact, I can't say it's been the biggest return. I know she's been tagging with Rosemary this entire time, but it's not like when Taya was there first in the company, it was just dominating through everybody, like the longest Knockouts champion, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like her first run when she was there, but I am looking forward to that match though. That I do want to see. Ricky Starks talked about Juice Robinson, talked about Bullet Club was relevant in 2015 and whatnot. Let's see you stand on your own. Which honestly, I said it last week. I thought Jay White was coming out there, but given reason with Bullet Club right now, I guess not. But it's like the crowd, they saw the Bullet Club sign, it's like Jay White, but then they saw Juice Robinson, it was like, oh, it's Juice. So some probably forgot he was even in Bullet Club. But I've already explained a lot about that last week when it comes to that. So they'll have a match soon. QTV Okay, so after that weird booking with the Wardlow, Hobbs, and now for some reason Hobbs needs QT, this QTV thing is basically like TMZ. That's all it looks like. So the whole breaking in the car thing was a work, and it would end up being QT. And I'm looking at these people they got. This literally looks like it is TMZ. And then they have like some hot British secretary there. And then they have it like solo, but there's no Camarato. Or maybe, well, they don't have a go-go anymore. But basically they started like making a whole bunch of jokes and saying ruthless aggression. And then Hobbs just gets up and says, "Welcome to Will's world, bitch." And talking about an open challenge for the TNT title. Why is Hobbs with QT? Why is QT even in this? I don't know where this is going. It's a TMZ gimmick. That's all this really is. It's TMZ. So I have no idea where that's gonna go, and I still think it's strange they even got Hobbs with QT in general. But I don't know. I had no idea. Next, Orange Cassidy went against Jeff Jarrett for the AEW International title, not All Atlantic belt anymore, and this match, if you want to say overbooking, okay, from Lethal and them with everybody, or Donald Stevens, the referee, or Trent coming out there, or Jeff Jarrett, some would say this was like a whole bunch of stuff that you would see in Memphis. I'm going to be honest. At this point in the game, I didn't care if Jeff Jarrett won the belt. I'm sure some will go, oh, do we really need Jeff Jarrett with a title in this time year span of 2023? Who gives a shit what year it is, okay? Like, literally. I didn't really care because, like, okay, I know they've had an Orange Cassidy open the show for almost, 4 or 5 weeks now. I guess he apparently did help bring a rating in. So that was like one time, and they've had him, like, open up the show almost every week. But, goddamn, I was to the point, like, dude, just put the belt on Jarrett. I don't care. Like, it was bad enough with Jay Lethal losing twice to Orange Cassidy. Bad enough with Morrissey. But even I was to the point, I was like, you know what? I don't care. Give to Jeff Jarrett. I may sound crazy saying that, but I'd rather take that than what's going on right now. Okay? You could say this match was all over the place. And even with Jay Lethal coming out, taking off the fake cast and having the Golden Globe and hitting Cassidy with it. I actually thought it was gonna be over there. I was actually hoping Jarrett was gonna win the title. I didn't care. I don't care if it was, hit a guitar, never drew a dime, slap nuts, whatever. I will just take it. I will take it over this. I will take Jarrett over this. I don't care. You can call me crazy, whatever. Desperate times call for desperate measures. How Jeff Jarrett even get in this spot, I don't know. Just happens. But or maybe it's another reason. I don't know. But still, I've seen enough of this, and I got no idea where to go, wherever they're going with this Atlantic belt or international belt. But hey, Cassidy wins, folks. So there you go. But still, um, right after that, the Acclaim had a music video. It's okay. The Outcast or the Discount NWO, Saraya, Tony Storm, and Ruby Soho. I still think it's funny. Saraya on Twitter wants to say that the Bellas are free, which is insanity. But basically, they went on cut a promo, basically calling the crowd neckbeards and stuff. Ruby talked about, we got dogs in our grass, or I'm sorry, some bitches in our grass, pissing all over the place. Saraya says she's a miracle that she's here, and they should be worshiping the ground she walks on, especially this division. Tony Storm, being the interim champion, and the neckbeards out there telling them to shut up, saying, like, we run this place, like, yeah, we have to teach some people some lessons of the people they beat up. Right after that, Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker came out and attacked them, but they ended up getting beat up. Right after that, Rio's music hit, and Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale came for the save, and she had a lead pipe, which, thank God, at least they sent reinforcements in a lead pipe, because if they sent Rio by herself, I was not about to take this seriously, okay? Former champion and that, I'm not about to take that seriously. So it's a good thing she had the lead pipe. But I would say Ruby does help with this group a lot. And I know Saraya is supposed to be the leader, but Ruby has been really good on the mic, so maybe there is still a positive direction going into this. Because honestly, the story has been such bullshit that I haven't cared for a very long while what's been going on with this. But with Ruby, it has helped in some way, so we'll see where that keeps going. Right after that, we got to the main event, which was the House of Black, the Jericho Appreciation Society, and the Elite for the AEW 6-man trio belts and stuff. Okay, now I would have done this. It's Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, right? Why don't we have Kenny defend the U.S. title against Jericho and have ourselves a Wrestle Kingdom rematch from a few years ago, and that'll get the crowd going, given this is both of these guys' hometown. I know they had Jericho's dad out there too, but one of these guys would have to lose unless it was a DQ finish, because who's going to take the L out here? Really think about it. If it was that match for the U.S. title, but I'd rather want to see that than the 6-man tag match. Could you call this a spot fest? Yes, you could, because there's a lot going on all over the place. And they did get a lot of time in this main event. Okay, they really did. Now, it ended up with Garcia taking a pinfall after House of Black took him out, which my friend did call that. Steven, he did call who was going to win here, so definitely correct on that. Like I said, this match was all over the place, okay? But you knew Jericho and Omega were going to get humongous pops out there, and that they did, given this is both of their hometowns. Now, right after the match, next thing you know, everybody's still kind of brawling in after that. They end up having Jake Hager coming out and fighting off the House of Black, and then Guevara and Jericho, they end up attacking them, which they fought off then. And then next thing you know, which they did show kind of earlier during the match, the Blackpool Combat Club and the Dark Order brawling with each other. But it ended up with Hangman in the ring. Mox and them got in there. The Elite showed up behind Hangman. Then the crowd popped up a little. And then, the Blackpool, backed off. Now I would say maybe this will get a little bit more interesting if you want to go storyline-wise here, especially with the Hangman and how the Elite, where they've kind of been gone in the past, and how Hangman was kicked out of the Elite. Now the Blackpool Combat Club do need another member now, because Danielson is going to be gone until the foreseeable future, and we don't know when he's coming back. So obviously now something interesting looks like it's happening. Now I guess you can say, Blackpool Combat Club are going against faces now, and maybe that does make them the heels now, because before I couldn't tell if they were heels. They beat up the Dark Order. Who gives a shit? Like I said earlier. But now it looks like something is going to happen. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we didn't see any. I know they're focused on the 6-man, the whole trio division thing, but didn't see any of the regular tag division tonight, not even the champions. I actually thought we would have saw FTR out here tonight, but no FTR also. Kind of interesting. But yeah, other than that though, AEW tonight, Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba. They look like they tried to stack a lot into this show with the main event itself. Taya making her debut. And the MJF bar mitzvah celebration with all the 4 pillars coming out. So a couple noteworthy things being on this show tonight. I will say that. But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, hit that like button down there. Excuse me. Hit the like button and make sure you hit that bell for notifications, all right? So, yeah, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I am out of here. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.